Oh, hello, Internet. Welcome back. It's the Type QQ channel. Once again, it's also Devil Engine back on the channel. And now on Steam. Still a demo. But as we get through here, get through the menus, get through the tutorial, yes, here we are. On Devil Engine's Twitter, they're doing a score attack bonus, or a score attack challenge, for that matter, through November 2nd, with the top 3 placers of their on their leaderboards, scoring Steam keys. So rather interesting. We'll certainly partake. We'll certainly participate in. Who knows exactly how well we'll do? Heck, getting a free game would be nice, but let's just if we can remember correctly, this game sort of kicked our asses last time. So let's not get too dedicated or too overwhelmed with the possibility of getting a free game quite yet. That is still quite a far cry. But we have played the demo before, quite some time ago, so trying to familiarize ourselves with what we were doing. And that, as we kind of play along here, I do remember there's the 3 power-ups, and the more you collect of that similar power-up, whether it be homing laser or that red spread shot, they level up, I think, upwards of 3 times. And what I found so far in the first level that I remember from the first time we covered it is that you start with the laser. When you kind of get about midway through the first boss, or the first stage for that matter, I switch to the homing and then back to the laser, which is something I'll cover later on in this video, that we kind of ignore the spread shot altogether. Keep in mind, when we are picking up pickups past their level, they are bonus points. And where we're kind of looking at, acquiring the most points we can, that's probably something to consider, as we play along, we're going to figure out, or try to figure out, where our points come from. Of course, we can tell right now, there are not just our point gauge going up from each kill, there's our life gauge and our bomb gauge, so as we're killing enemies, we're racketing up more bombs, upwards of 8 right now, which are more or less not necessarily bombs, but like super attacks. Not really screen wiping, but sort of omega attacks that add extra damage. And 4 lives from that last one-up, the hidden one-up we found in that enemy. And this is the area where I said we kind of switch up to homing, where it's a little bit cramped. Don't necessarily have the best angles. Switching to laser here. Yes, there's a couple other mechanics that I haven't necessarily talked about. Below our multiplier, you see the 3 orange sort of dashes there. Those are our speeds. I haven't necessarily worked on anything but the 3rd speed, but you can change it to slower speeds if you're, I don't know, need more methodical movement, I suppose. There's also a sort of dodge mechanic, in that it absorbs local shots or shots that are around your spaceship at the cost of your multiplier. And I haven't necessarily tried/found success in it, although I'm sure that's where a lot of your points are, despite the fact that it does kill your multiplier. So maybe it's not. Here we are at the first level boss, though, aka the boss that hits me all the fucking time. Holy shit. I cannot escape this level all that great. I mean, it attacks fast, takes up a lot of the screen, but yeah, we're going to find out that, despite the fact that I had 20 bombs, it's going to take me... yeah, it's just what the fuck? It's more or less just a Rochambeau match right now, of just who can deal the most damage to each other, because, yeah, I'm just getting... goddamn it. And this is the... oh yes, I remember the demo now of just getting absolutely annihilated by this boss. There we go. 2 lives and 3 bombs. I mean, considering I think there's been a good time when we haven't even made it out of the stage alive, I'm you know what? I'll take it. I'll friggin' take it. And it's probably worth to go back to that screen at the end of stage 1 and sort of do our homework and sort of figure out where our points are, so we can maximize that for further runs. Stage 2. Do we stay on our laser? I mean, it's currently not all that powerful, but but it certainly does do your damage. Suppose now is the time to kind of check it out for other weapons if we do so desire, but there's another one up right there, the little green guy, yeah. Brings us back up to 2 lives. 5 bombs, 2 lives. And those sort of tanks that fire that arcing red attack, they need to be dealt with real quick because they shoot that sort of artillery fire, that sort of looping fire attack that's pretty deadly. Excuse me. Those guys, as well as like the sort of fire wheels. Oh man, if there's anything I forgot that I shouldn't have forgotten about this game, it's the fire wheels a little further in the stage that are absolutely awful. Tank here, sort of a mini boss of sorts. You can certainly focus on, you know, hopefully not dying, but also the little turrets and weapons it has to kind of minimize what you need to dodge. There goes our first life, so unfortunate, but I mean, as we're still getting accustomed to things, I guess it's not so bad. I wonder now, though, does the tank explode if we destroy all the turrets, or does it just take damage? Bizarre. I mean, as it sort of almost looked like it just was destroyed as we... oh, there's the fucking fire wheels. Oh, what wretched things. Oh. And to be honest, they're kind of tricky to pinpoint their location. Wow, that was kind of quick, huh? And I think it didn't help that we picked up the homing there, and I think if homing's not at maximum strength, it really doesn't do a whole lot of damage. So I think we'll try the spread shot in the next run, I feel, but oh, those fire wheels are heinous. But I mean, unfortunately, as much as I, you know, may not like the sort of, you know, the laser and how, like, you know, it really can only attack like one enemy at a time, kind of. You know, at least the enemy's dead when it touches it. Those wretched fire wheels. Second level boss. Oh, and just a bit of the 2 worst enemies of the second stage here, with fire wheels and that sort of napalm attack. Ah, miserable. However, that's going to be our best run so far. And after the screen here, it's going to kind of break down our score as well. Or at least our run, not particularly a score, some bonus points here and there. But our final score of 103,760. That's what's going to be showing up on the leaderboard later on. I mean, provided we don't do better, but I assure you we won't. At least this next run, that's kind of not so good. Yes, yeah, speed and burst. They call that, yeah, burst. That sort of weird dodge. All right. Featuring my son, right? So I thought maybe, yeah, let's try the spread shot. And we'll see exactly what happens, befalls of that. I mean, it wasn't bad, but we certainly had to, you know, you can't go wrong with the laser, really. I mean, you can kind of tell there was a little bit of a struggle finishing off enemies. And that's the thing. If you find there's you're getting familiar with a level and you know where the enemies are coming from, you don't really need the spread fire, do you? You just kind of go with the laser. Mid-level boss here. And I find just close-up, well, shit, right? Close-up laser does it pretty well, provided you don't stand right in front of its attacks, but... Alright, so we're going to be given a homing here. And this is generally when we pick it up, you know, going to the corridor area. And I think we passed over the first time, but I'll show you where the this area's hidden one-up is. We had discovered it previously when we were, you know, playing the demo. But I'll show you again. It's actually going to be one of these turrets at the top of this hill. On the top of the ceiling, there it is. Little gold thing, there it is. Shouldn't be too hard to find if you have a homing, but you know, I suppose if you have any other item, it could be a little tricky to shoot down. Pretty miserable movement there. And I don't know. Let's go with, you know, spread fire here. Why not, right? Yeah, and there you go. There you go. Pretty miserable run. And not even, I mean, if we're game overing right there, you know, if we lost life there, there's no sense really continuing with the other continues. Alright, so leaderboards. We're looking at the top 3 here, which we certainly didn't make. But that's where we want to be. 180,000 is the goal, at least right now. Ranked 21st, so certainly have a hill to climb. But I mean, you know, we did suffer a lot of damage and didn't really get too far. Didn't complete the demo, so we can't expect to go too far. In fact, the demo might just be those 2 levels. Who knows? We just have to kind of complete the second stage to see what sort of end stage bonuses propel us higher than the score we have, really. But yeah, that's going to be work for another day, another run. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, do all that stuff. And we'll come back and play some more Devil Engine in the future.